It's the story of a boy and his grandpa going on crazy space adventures and learning more about themselves along the way. That's right, this episode we're talking about everyone's favorite universe-hopping duo, Rick and Morty. Season 5 of the show recently just ended, so now is the perfect time to refresh yourself on some swifty facts about Rick and Morty. Number 1. The show first released on December 2nd in the year 2013. Rick and Morty aired on Adult Swim, a late-night section of Cartoon Network. Rick and Morty has two creators, Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland, who both provide voice acting for the show. Rick and Morty is clearly a love letter to Back to the Future. Morty is too unfortunate a name not to be a nudge to the name Marty, but Rick and Morty found its first life as a parody of Back to the Future called Back to the Future, the new official Universal Studios cartoon featuring the new Doc Brown and Marty McFly. As well as being a mouthful, Justin Roiland wanted to purposefully troll Universal Pictures by infringing on their copyright laws. Number 4. A scroll through Justin Roiland's IMDb page is not for the faint of heart, as this man is not only an accredited writer and director, but also an actor, cinematographer, and composer. Number 5. Before Rick and Morty, Dan Harmon produced Community, a sitcom based on his own college experiences. While creating the first season, Harmon co-founded Starburns Industries, which would later be involved in the creation of Rick and Morty. Number 6. The production of the show was done by a known company at the time called Canadian Studio. The company is based in Canada, as the name suggests, and it specializes not only in videography, but also in photography and other art-related schemes. Number 7. There are two known producers for the show. The pilot episode was done by Kenny Micah. He then gave up producing to J.M. Mendel, who did 4 seasons. Number 8. The CEO of this company happens to be called Rick. This could be one of the reasons why he was motivated to produce it. It is, however, smart, because considering the type of show this was, Roiland and Harmon needed all the convincing they could offer to the necessary bodies. Number 9. The animation sector of this show was done by Toon Boom Harmony, while the background art was done by Adobe Photoshop. They both seem very simple and direct, but you should know that when it comes to art, creativity is all it takes. You could have the tools, but without the expertise, they aren't much use. Number 10. The themes of this show are usually pessimistic, speculating on the meaninglessness of life and God, and even the cruelty of God if one does exist. Being such a controversial sci-fi cartoon, Rick and Morty isn't scared to push its luck with subjects other shows may consider taboo. Number 11. Unlike other pilot episodes, which take the creators months of writing, Harmon and Roiland were able to finish it in hours. Of all the shows we have had the chance to have a closer look at, this one ended up being very unique. Most of the shows usually take months for teams to agree on a pilot episode before they begin production. Number 12. During the pilot episode of Rick and Morty, a Wilhelm scream can be heard when Morty shoots at the aliens with a laser. Number 13. Roiland is the genius voice behind both Rick and Morty in the show. This is not a normal occurrence since most people usually outsource such services. He decided to play both parts, which are honestly harder than it would normally be. Number 14. Beth's character, who is Rick's daughter, was voiced by Sarah Chalk, who also starred as Elliot Reed in Scrubs. Number 15. Despite the two being close, Beth is not a big fan of Rick because he happens to be an absent father for her for over 20 years, before he shows up and causes havoc in their lives. Number 16. The burp that is heard from Rick's character can only be achieved during the show after Roiland has had a flat beer and water. It started off as an accident during one of the recording sessions, but later on built up and kinda became a thing for the character. Despite knowing the factors that caused the burp, it still came unplanned, which meant the studio always had to be recording just for when the burps came. During all these sessions, Roiland always had to have a flat beer and water close to him. Number 18. There is also Rick's catchphrase, Wubba Lubba Dub Dub. This was created completely accidentally during the recording. However, after a positive response to it, the creators decided to make it a thing for Rick's character as well. Number 19. The phrase means, "I am in great pain, please help me." This could be a show of Rick's mental torture clearly shown by his obscene character. The language in which this is used in is, however, foreign, and not many people use it, so it passes many by as nonsensical gibberish. Number 20. After season 2 of the show, Harmon got into a fierce disagreement with his wife at the time. He eventually went through a divorce just before he had started the production of season 3 of the show. Number 21. Throughout the entire show, Rick is never seen using a car seatbelt at any point. His recklessness is the core of his character at all times. This explains why he is always hanging out of the car after many accidents he is a part of while drunk. Number 22. Before the end of season 4, Rick and Morty are known to die over 29 times, and still come back. It is usual to say that they are immortal. At this rate, even the end of this show may not be forthcoming anytime soon with immortal main characters. Number 23. The theme song of the show was inspired by other sci-fi shows like Doctor Who and Farscape. Episode 109 premiered on Instagram 3 days before the scheduled release date via Adult Swim. This was a mistake that showed just how eager people were to watch it. Number 25. The creators would not be able to point out a favorite episode of theirs. To them, the entire series is praiseworthy, and every episode has their major strengths. This allows for more freedom among the fans to discuss their favorites. Number 26. During the auditioning process, Bryan Cranston showed up for the position of Jerry. Number 27. For season 3, the wrong dates were released for the start of the season. This angered the fanbase so much, it then fueled the riot issue that the whole season had already started up with the fans. Number 28. There is a McDonald's McNugget sauce that is featured, Szechuan sauce, which Rick refers to as being a promotional stunt from Mulan. This is in fact true. This sauce was able to get a good number of fans gushing over it, with them being referred to as the Sauce Rioters. This episode and the resulting mania cast a negative light on the show in mainstream media, along with your local McDonald's. Number 29. Mr. Poopy Butthole first existed as a character that Dan Harmon made for Channel 101, originally called Poopy Butthole Pooerson. Unlike the Mr. P we know and love, Poopy Butthole Pooerson had a lot of the characteristics of Rick, and he was even voiced by Justin Roiland. Number 30. From the season 2 finale onwards, Mr. Poopy Butthole has appeared sitting at home and has offered the viewers a recap of the episode and the season, foreshadowing the next season's upcoming release. Number 31. The character of Mr. Meeseeks was a neon taupe before being changed to the blue color he is known for now. Number 32. Despite all the adventures that the characters have kept involving themselves in, time travel is the one field that they seem to be scared of. As evidenced by other shows, the avoidance of such a messy, world-breaking concept might not be done only for the comedic dismissal of the much-loved sci-fi trope. Number 33. In season 2, there is a short part where the real Roiland shows up as a hologram. This is the only time where the real him is seen, a bespectacled guy with dark thin hair. Number 34. The surname Sanchez is of Hispanic origin, a fact that is confirmed in the show's audio commentary, confirming that Rick is of vague Hispanic descent. Number 35. There are some hints within the show that Rick may have autism, which would mirror one of the show's creators, as Dan Harmon also has ASD. Number 36. Morty's name is a shortened version of Mortimer. As well as this, by naming his child Morty Jr. in Raising Gazorpazorp, Morty is actually Morty Sr. Number 37. Jerry's name derives from the Hebrew word of Jeroboam, which literally means large wine bottle, which can be construed as an on-the-nose way of saying that Beth is married to wine. Number 38. The character of Bird Person originated from the show Hawk from Buck Rogers. Number 39. Bird Person's new name of Phoenix Person references the X-Men character Dark Phoenix, the result of Jean Grey's resurrection. Number 40. Although he refers to himself in the third person when he is introduced, from season 2 onwards, Bird Person refers to himself with the usual pronoun of I. Number 41. Evil Morty was initially only named such unofficially by Rick and Morty fans due to him being the puppet master of Evil Rick. But as a result of members of the staff also using the name, Evil Morty is officially referred to as Evil Morty by Rick during the season 5 finale. Number 42. Despite all the references, Diane hasn't been discussed much by the creators of the show. Dan Harmon has described her as being unremarkable, and even later suggested that she is similar to Jerry in character, which would prove a depressing reason for Rick's hatred of Jerry. Number 43. Snuffle's chosen name of Snowball is most likely a reference to the character of Snowball in Animal Farm, a revolutionary pig who helps chase humans from the farm to initially claim it for the animals, only to begin acting like the humans he so despised himself, and treating the other animals as inferiors. Number 44. Snuffles, or Snowball, was inspired by Justin Roiland's own pet dog named Jerry. Number 45. Morty is a complete dumbass when it comes to his academics. This could be the reason of why he was easily influenced by Rick into the crazy and mad adventures that they keep having. Number 46. Rick and Morty has several spin-off games, including the board games Total Recall, Me Seeks and Destroy, Anatomy Park the game, a D&D collaboration Dungeons & Dragons vs. Rick and Morty, a handful of mobile games, and the VR game Rick and Morty Virtual Rickality. Number 47. The mobile game that Jerry is seen playing in the episode Something Ricked This Way Comes actually got its own mobile game outside of the cartoon. The game is called Jerry's Game and involves popping balloons in order to gain points to buy from the game store and upgrade the game. Number 48. The Simpsons give a nod to Rick and Morty by featuring the duo in one of their well-known couch gags at the beginning of the final episode of Season 26, Mathlete's Feet. Number 49. Both Rick and Morty have a cameo in the 2021 film Space Jam: A New Legacy, where they mentioned having carried out experiments on the Tasmanian Devil and being disgusted by their results. Number 50. The original song from Rick and Morty, Goodbye Moonmen, is sung in a way that parodies the style of David Bowie. As well as this, the song is written in the same key and follows many of the same chord progressions as Debussy's Clair de Lune, another song written about the moon.